everybody, I'm Miss Jaclyn.
And I'm Miss Chris.
And
we love American Girl. We want you to come with us this November. We are celebrating Native American History Month. And one of the crafts that we're going to have this next week, which is our Native American Craft Week, is kaya. If you guys are fans of American Girl, you know that kaya grew up in the 1764 in the Pacific Northwest as a member of the Nez Perce Tribe. And she is part of Nimipu, which is the people, is what her tribe called themselves. If you read some of the American Girl books, you can learn a lot about this time period, what their life was like, and what it was like to be a kid your age in that time period. It's really very interesting. And we have, of course, some fun crafts and activities for you too.
Now, if you ever check out any of our nonfiction books that we have about Kaya's tribe, they'll actually tell you about how in the Nez Perce Tribe, the women specifically actually made lots of baskets. So we're going to be doing a basket craft. Now, of course, our crafts is made with modern materials, but it is inspired by which in your packet, you'll see there's real pictures of what some of the baskets looked like. These are real photographs. They are in museums now, of course.
Wasn't it corn husks that they
Corn
used
husks,
for their...
yes. They use corn husks to make these baskets, but it's actually in a very similar way to how your basket is going to be made. You're going to get in your packet a frame for your basket. Kind of looks like something you would massage your head with, but don't massage your head. It's for your basket. You'll get a ball of yarn. You'll get some paint and a paintbrush. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is paint the plastic blue. I will warn you that the plastic, it's kind of hard to paint, so if some of it rubs off a little bit before you put your yarn on, don't worry. You can always fix that afterwards.
Just make sure you allow plenty of time for it to dry before you start to do your weaving with the yarn.
Now, I'm going to show you in a real quick example how you're going to weave it. There are instructions on the back of this sheet in case you get lost, but I can show you real quick. You can either tie the yarn around one of these little arms, or you can tape it to the bottom when you get started. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to weave it around behind one of the arms, and then the next one you go in front of it. Then you go behind, and then you go in front.
Kind of like over, under, over, under.
And you'll keep doing that, and then when you get all the way around, it'll automatically start weaving in the opposite way, where it'll be the one where you just went under will be over. It'll automatically do that. So the way that you know that you're messing up is if, for example, you have two where it's over and two where it's under in this, like, right next to each other. And I did that a couple times, but it's very easy to just unweave it and fix it.
And you know, with our American Girl programs, sometimes we like to give you guys a challenge. So it may be a little frustrating, but don't give up. If you lived in Kaya's time, you couldn't just quit when things got tough. So don't give up, hang in there. We know you guys can do this craft. Yeah. And look how neat it comes out when you're all done. Oops. The bottom is white. We didn't paint the bottom of ours, but we did paint the inside.
Yes, and now you can use it to store anything you like. Maybe you have some jewelry you want to put in it, but actually the Nez Perce Tribe used it to store food. They would use it to carry things if they needed to carry things around. And so there's a little bit of information about the baskets that they made on the front of this. Again, the instructions are on the back. Now, for our kaya craft, we have a very special challenge for you, and this is called Kaya's Wild Track Matching. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to match, on one side are animals that Kaya would have seen during, well, it's mentioned in her books, but would have seen in that area of the country that she lived in, including possibly animals that were her pets, because Native Americans did have animals that they used as pets and as transportation. So you're going to have to match it to their footprint, or track as they call it. So that's going to be a unique challenge for you guys to figure out. We ask that for this challenge, for the kaya, to get entered into this raffle that it'd be between the ages of 7 and 12. And Miss Chris can show you what the raffle prize is.
And what you're gonna do, when you turn this paper back in, that's kind of your way to be entered in the drawing. We're gonna see how many of you guys matched the tracks and got them right, and then we're gonna pick one winner to get this set of Kaya books, which is really great. I love all of them. I especially like the one with Lone Dog though. He's one of my favorites.
Kaya is one of my favorites because she is the doll that I grew up having. I still have her. She lives up in New York right now, but hopefully one day she'll move to Florida.
So good luck with this challenge, guys. Come on in, get some great Native American crafts, and have fun learning about Kaya and other American girls. Bye-bye.